love is the best motivating factor. You can beat yourself into doing something but so much. And soon you're going to be like, no, this doesn't work for me. And then you're not going to do things, and then that's going to make you feel worse. And it's just like a deep, dark hole, as opposed to love being the foundation for motivating you to better yourself and doing it in a gentle, encouraging way. That will bring much more long-lasting results than if we beat ourselves into submission. On this channel, I take you guys through many different journeys. My gray hair journey, my chronic illness journey, as well as my motherhood journey. And what those three journeys have taught me, they are on-the-job training for practice in self-love. And self-love to me is an umbrella for many different things. Self-compassion, self-acceptance, validating oneself, patience, gratitude. All those things that I practice with myself fall under self-love. And whenever you see me do a video and I talk about those three different seasons in my life that are giving me practice in self-love, I want you to take the principles of that and you can use it to any journey that you're going on at this current time. I also heard that self-love, some people may feel like it's just, oh, it's okay, you can do this thing that is not good for you. That's not what self-love is. When you discipline yourself to do something that you know is right for you, but you really want to do something else, when you do that right thing and then you see the results afterwards, there's such a confidence, such a feeling of self-esteem that comes from, I followed through. I did what was difficult, even though I wanted to do something else. That also aids in our feeling of love toward ourselves and that esteem. It's a firm gentleness, if that makes sense. It's basically the manner in which we do things. Is it harsh? I can speak from experience that I have done that to myself. And especially when it comes to chronic illness, I had a chronic illness and it started to present itself when I was 18. So there was a lot of comparing to other people and what they could do, those that were my age, those that were older, and it didn't help me. It caused me to push myself way more than I needed to, which would, cause burnout. And it caused me to not have a good relationship with myself because it was like almost everything I looked to, I was ready for that voice to start beating me up, as opposed to now I'm in the ongoing practice of how can I lovingly get myself to do what I need to do. The first step in practicing self-love is to acknowledge that you are in pain or you're suffering or something is difficult and challenging. And when you acknowledge that, you need to be mindful, be aware of how you feel, but without judgment. I feel scared. I feel insecure. I feel overwhelmed. I feel frustrated. I feel jealous. Just being aware of the different human emotions. We all experience all different kinds of emotions. Now, I'm not encouraging us to stay stuck in those negative emotions, but in order to get to the positivity and the reframing, there are some steps before that. And that is what I love to advocate for you and I, because it's an ongoing practice. It's not something that I feel I graduate from. I feel that I've gotten better at it because of those three journeys that I mentioned to you that have given me lots of practice. But it is still a daily choice to practice self-love. Acknowledging that we are human and we are going to feel these emotions and then not judge ourselves for those emotions, to be aware of it without judgment, and then validate that. Especially if you're a mom, If your child isn't feeling good or they got hurt, we don't say, "What are you talking about? It's not that serious." We are gentle. We say, "Oh, that must have been so hard." And we emotionally support our children. And yet at times we don't do that for ourselves. And so when you're feeling scared, insecure, jealous, you need reassurance that it's okay. I'm human. I will experience these things. From there, you can then move on to reframing, looking for the good, focusing on the evidence of love around you, focusing on how this challenging and difficult thing is growing you. It's what opportunities it's giving you in growth and transformation. And then to gratitude. So that is what you will hear me speak about many times. No matter what it is that I'm going through, I am applying those steps. I am taking a moment to check in. How am I feeling right now? And as I'm observing how I'm feeling, do that without judgment. Don't minimize how I feel. Don't invalidate how I feel. Then I go and reassure myself that I'm not the only one who feels this way. There are others who feel this way. There are others who are going through this very same thing. And then I take the steps to help transform the way that I think, to reframe the way that I think. And with every situation, my growth opportunity is a practice in self-love. How can I be more patient with myself? Love is the best motivating factor. You can beat yourself into doing something but so much. And soon you're going to be like, no, this doesn't work for me. And then you're not going to do things, and then that's going to make you feel worse. And it's just like a deep, dark hole. As opposed to love being the foundation for motivating you to better yourself and doing it in a gentle, encouraging way. That will bring much more long-lasting results than if we beat ourselves into submission. Because for me, what was a motivating factor before was beating myself up. Like, what's wrong with you? Look at this person. They're doing this. You should be able to do that. Instead of, come on, I know that this is hard, but I know that you can do it. And I know that this is going to be something that will be of benefit to you. Like, you see the difference in the tone? With practice, I found that when I allow space for being human, for having feelings that others have, I am a lot more calm. I have a lot less anxiety. I've realized that it's not the eliminating of human emotion. It's how can I better deal with this situation. So my encouragement to you, with whatever journey or season that you are in at this time, how can you lovingly get yourself through it? How can you allow space and permission for yourself to have human emotions and validate those emotions? And once that's done, then you reframe and get yourself back on track. And it's about being 1% better. Progress over perfection. That is something I am still working on, because when you have realistic expectations of what you're able to accomplish, you get farther than making the floor the ceiling, which makes it impossible for you to reach, and then that just defeats your spirit. Until my next video on this, I thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a compassionate day.